Hi there, this is David and welcome to our review of the demo of Voice of Cards, a new card-based game created by Square Enix and released for the Nintendo Switch. I first saw the game featured on the Nintendo Direct recently and I immediately thought to myself, this looks like absolute trash, I would never in a million years play this, and I stated as such in my Nintendo Direct video. However, I received many comments from people saying, "No David, you got this one wrong. I played the demo and it's pretty cool, so you should probably go and check it out." So I thought, okay, maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. So I decided to stream the demo on Twitch for the entire world to see. And let me just say right now, I was not wrong. This game sucks. But let me tell you why. The first thing that you're going to notice, beyond the atmospheric music and the kind of Western graphics, are the long loading times. This game is not that complex. It doesn't need all these loading times. Also, everything is voice acted, but that's not necessarily a good thing, because there's one voice actor for the entire game, just the narrator. He voices your characters, the NPCs, everything. And at first, he sounds okay, but as the game goes on, it just gets to be grating because he has no emotion whatsoever. He might as well be like Ben Stein, for God's sakes. He's so monotone it sounds like he's telling you a bedtime story. Like, instead of saying, "Out of the shadows comes a skeleton who jumps out to attack you," he says, "Out of the shadows comes a skeleton who jumps out to attack you." That, combined with the music that never changes and the really slow battle system, can make this a boring chore to play. There's no unique battle music, the same overworld music plays during them, and it eventually just becomes tedious. And the story's nothing to write home about either. You play as Winifred, and her two companions who are so interesting that I've already forgotten their names. And your job is to reclaim the royal treasure. So off you go to the world map. Here, as you move about, you'll uncover all the terrain tiles around you. There are plains with low encounter rate, forests and deserts with the higher encounter rate, and brick roads with no encounters, as well as treasures strewn about the map, and random battles, which we will discuss right now. At first, the battles do seem interesting. Your party, as well as the enemies, are represented by cards, and you attack using your deck. Unlike other card games, though, you don't collect a deck. You just gain more cards as you level up, and they're always there for you to choose from. It's not like you use a card and then it's shuffled back, never to see the light of day again. On the character and enemy cards, there are stats such as your attack, defense, and HP. It's pretty self-explanatory. Cards have different effects such as healing, attacking, or creating gems. All in all, it's pretty simple, and sometimes you'll roll a dice in order to deal more damage or inflict some sort of status ailment. The more powerful attacks can't just be continually used though, because they require gems. You begin every battle with 2 gems, and then you gain a gem as each turn passes. And gems don't carry over from battle to battle, so you might as well just use them all up. This is simple, but I can see it becoming more strategic as the game progresses. But, to borrow a southern expression from my childhood, it's as slow as molasses in January. The battle system would greatly benefit from a fast-forward feature. I cannot see anyone playing and enjoying this now after having played something like Bravely Default, Alliance Alive, or the Cold Steel remasters where you can fast-forward your battles. Something like this would have been fine back in the NES or SNES days, but even there, battles were relatively fast. I mean, I felt like I was playing something like Breath of Fire 4 with how slow these battles were going. After you leave the castle, you'll quickly reach the first town where you'll be tasked with talking to everyone in order to ascertain the identity of the thief who stole the royal treasure. So you literally have to talk to every single person, hear the monotone narrator slowly talk about the problems and issues that everyone has, and interestingly, after you do so, a little side story will be unlocked where you can learn more about the NPCs and read up on them in the menu screen as well, though this feature was mostly locked out of the demo. You're then forced to play the easiest poker game that I've ever seen in my entire life, yet it does have merit, and I can see it being somewhat fun, but again, I've been spoiled by better card games like Triple Triad, literally the only good thing from Final Fantasy VIII, or even Blade from the Trails of Cold Steel series. Once you leave town, you're going to have a very limited portion of the map to explore, uncovering cards, encountering random NPCs, treasures, and then the highlight of the entire game, a super hot, rippling muscle fisherman in a tight Speedo. It's really saying something when the game is so bad and so boring that it needs to get lifted up by Booba Fred and Speedo Muscle Boy. Then, you know the drill. You go into a cave, you get a key, and then you recover the royal treasure only to return to the castle for, oh no, dragons, to come and attack. How mysterious. Wow, I really can't wait to play this boring-ass game. Yeah, right. Sometimes my women's intuition is right. I've been playing RPGs for like 40-something years now. I know when something is terrible, and I called it right the first time. Well, that's it for my review of the demo of Voice of Cards. Have you played the game, and what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments, and if you like this video and what I do here on the channel, please consider supporting me on Patreon, heading on over to Twitch for some streaming fun, or joining the Discord to chat and hang out. The links to them can be found in the video description. This has been David. If you like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and have a good day.